Hey, you guys, it's Ani. This is going to be such a bomb video. I was going to share a success story, to be honest with you, in this video from one of my course clients, but I am actually going to go with a download that's coming in. And usually when I get the downloads, usually you guys really, really resonate it and it matches with what you needed to hear. But I'm also going to share actually probably one of the things that helped the most when manifesting my SP and really manifesting everything to come in a solid, permanent way. I'm going to be sharing that. So stay tuned with that. But I just feel so strong, like such a strong urge to share this. Like it's so weird because like I was like, no, I'm gonna read the success story. Like I want to share that. I want everyone, to hear and to know that that is their birds before land too. But this download is so strong that it's like, no, you're not gonna read the success story. You're gonna freaking talk about this topic. But before we get into it, you guys get your drinks, get your snacks. Cheers to this weekend. Cheers to Friday. Cheers to even though whatever's been going on, whether you feel numb, whether you feel distracted, whether you feel powerless, whatever it is, whatever the circumstances are, cheers to understanding that you still have power to change your reality and this moment is not the end. So this too shall pass. So cheers to a great weekend, you guys. We're going to get a good video. So you guys, this download, it's like almost like a rant coming in. And it's about you knowing who the hell you are and how freaking powerful you are. Like you may not even know. I was thinking about this. You may live your life, even though you know you're a manifester and you're powerful and you're a creator. You may live your life knowing all this, but you may really not know how truly, truly, truly loved and supported and blessed you really are by this force, by God, by this universe. Like, if you knew it the way God knows it, or the way this universe knows how worthy you are and deserving you are of everything you want, you wouldn't have any fear. You wouldn't doubt anything. You would just be in your peace. You would be in your peace, in your calm. You would know that this is all a simulation. It's not real. It's just your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions reflecting out into your reality. But you are so damn blessed that the universe has given you, the God has given you this opportunity to be the creator of your reality, to create whatever the heck you want. It trusts you, it loves you, it supports you so much that it's literally like you can have this journey and experience whatever the hell you want. Just do it through your mind. Just do it through your imagination, your mind, your assumptions, your thoughts. I allow it. I grant you this, actually. If you get what I'm saying, comment down below. If this is making sense so far, comment down below, you guys. One thing I want to share in this video is kind of how to understand this and how to really be and apply this version of yourself, because there is so much content out there and there is so much kind of like misinformation. I get so many clients on a daily basis asking me, or not even asking me, they're like afraid because they saw a video of someone saying you need to persist, but they feel exhausted from trying to manifest something. And they're just in this limbo of like, I feel super exhausted. It doesn't feel natural for me. It doesn't feel normal to me. I feel like I'm forcing and trying to manipulate and control something, yet I'm hearing that you must persist with your robotic affirmations. You must persist with this, with that, whatever it is, right? And I want to tell you that to each their own. Like, you need to understand energy, frequency, and how the mind works, how the subconscious mind works first. So when you're in a tired and exhausted place of trying to manifest something, and you feel like it's more control and manipulation, and it's not really you within your power and confident, that right there, you're in a mindset that doesn't serve you. You're in lack, right? So it doesn't matter how much you push affirmations or how much you push a certain technique. When you're feeling not okay doing it, and you're feeling fatigued and tired and exhausted, you're not putting the right energy out there, number one. Number two, you're in a mindset that doesn't serve you. You are in a lack reality, and you are keeping that lack active, and you keep reactivating it over and over again, the more and more uncomfortable you feel. So that's why I always push the neutral stuff. I always push calming the nervous system. It's very important. And if you're a client of mine, you know this already. We go through, each client gets different homework and customized to their own, issues and circumstances, beliefs and blocks and all that. But my courses also help this as well. My courses give you that one-on-one, like the guided homework, how to really, really get into the state of a proper, like, manifesting, calm way. You know what I mean? But today's video is really like, you need to understand who the hell you are and how powerful you are. Stop playing small, okay? And I'm guilty of this too, okay? But I went through this and I succeeded, and I saw the most evidence when I did this, to be honest with you, the most changes and permanent, when I really, really worked on myself and I stopped comparing myself. I stopped comparing myself with others. I stopped worrying about what others think of me. I stopped worrying about really even what SP was doing. I stopped putting others on a pedestal because I realized, if you put others on a pedestal, then how does that everybody is you pushed out work? Right? If everyone is you pushed out and other people are on a pedestal, then how can they put you on a pedestal? Everyone is you pushed out. So if you don't put yourself on a pedestal, these everyone is you pushed out people in your reality can't put you on a pedestal, and they can't make you a priority. You need to understand that one basic first foundation, okay? A lot of people think, oh, they think everyone is you pushed out in this way. I'll give you an example. Oh, well, I'm sad, so they may be sad. I'm sad, I miss my SP, so he's sad, he misses me. Yes, that's true. But with that sad energy, or let's say you're being really obsessive, like you're checking their social media, you're checking with fake accounts, real accounts, you're trying to see whose pics they're liking. Let's say you're doing that stuff, right? So when you're in that obsessive energy and that manipulative and controlling energy, and you can't calm down, the inner world, you're too worried about someone else but you, right? That is not that is not going to serve you when it comes to everyone is you pushed out, because what they're going to push out is, okay, you're focused on me, well, I'm gonna focus on me then, because I feel that you're not doing you. and I feel your uneasy energy, and I feel that you're uncomfortable, and that doesn't make me want to come in. That doesn't make me want to come in into your energy. It doesn't feel good for the other person. And they're not even going to really reflect it back onto you because everyone is you pushed out. They can't push out you being on a pedestal when you're not putting yourself on one. So you have to check in with yourself constantly. I remember one time I made a short. Saying like, your person feels you, right? And when you're in an obsessive energy and you're in lack, you're not really putting out that welcoming energy into so the other person can come in. Someone wrote, well, oh, that's not true, because when someone else is having a bad day, I'm always there for them. That's not the point of what I was trying to make. The point is, and you, I'm sure a lot of you have gone through this. If you have, comment with the smiley face. When you stopped thinking about your ex, or when you stopped thinking about your person and you finally were okay and you accepted the current reality, you just accepted it, right? How many times did they come back in? Just for me, it's happened like I don't know, 1,000 times. I can tell you this happens on a daily basis with clients. I hear it all the time. I hear it from friends, family, everybody, people that don't know manifestation. The minute they stop with that obsessive energy and they stop putting another person on a pedestal and they put themselves first and they start to calm down, they see movement. Some people see movement. Some people stand their ground with putting them first continuously over time, and they see permanent movement from that person. They permanently become committed with that person, because they held that energy as a priority. Okay. Some people, which I also am one of these people, and I also am one of the other people too. Some people, because the moment their person comes in, they start to react again. They get so happy. They again put this person on a pedestal, and they get so afraid that they're going to lose them again. Again, it happens where the same old thing reoccurs over and over again until you really, really come back to you and stay consistent with that. When you are prioritizing yourself, you're super attractive. You're super attractive. And you know this because I'm sure you've seen someone that they're completely in their energy. They don't care what you think of them. They don't care if you like them, if you don't like them. They're not worried if they should say something or do something. They're just doing them, right? And because they don't have fear of losing you or losing an audience or losing whatever, they become so attractive, right? I'm sure you've seen people like that. It's because they're not walking on eggshells. It's because in their energy, their priority is self-concept. Their priority is their comfort, not yours. And when you watch like successful people, when you watch people in successful marriages, power couples, whatever, you see that energy come through the camera. Like you literally see it. If you haven't paid attention, pay attention next time you see like an interview or someone you like, a couple you like, or a successful person that manifests money like crazy. They're super successful. Just watch them. Watch how they're not worried about the interviewer. They're not worried about they're going to say something wrong or do something wrong or pronounce something wrong. They're not worried about it at all. They're just being them completely, like raw. If you can start doing that, you are one step closer to everything you want. Your universe, God, this whole force that's going to show you all the reflections back to you, all the evidence, all the movement back to you, that's going to put you in the reality that where you're going to get everything you want. It's waiting for you to do that. It's literally waiting for you to love yourself as much as it loves you. And the moment you start valuing yourself, the moment you start really loving yourself like that, everything's going to show you that reflection. It's literally waiting. The universe is literally like, can you please see yourself the way I see you? Can you please see yourself as perfect? Can you please see yourself like you don't need to lose the weight? You don't need to make the 7 figures. You don't need to compare yourself to third parties. You're perfect the way you are. That's why I gave you this power in the first place. That's why I gave you the power to create with your thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs in the first place. Because I trust you. I love you that much to do this thing out in this physical realm. Like, if you think about it, it's crazy. It's crazy. You literally have the power to manifest anything you want. You are so loved. You are given this opportunity. And each person's bubble is different. Like, one person's bubble is not going to hurt the other person's bubble because we're all in different parallel realities all at once. But it feels like we're not. It feels like we're all in the same all at once. But we're constantly moving from parallel reality to parallel reality, and it feels normal and it feels like nothing's happening, but it is happening. That's why your vibe is so important. Your mindset is so important. But as important as it is, you also need to understand that letting go is also very important. And I'll explain. Don't get scared. A lot of people get scared when someone says, let go to get what you want. A lot of people get scared about that, about detachment, letting go. What letting go means is you are letting go of the need to control, manipulate. You are letting go of the need to be obsessive over the topic. You are letting go of trying to control what this person like. You are letting go of the control of how this person shows up. You understand? Because these are things that are the universe is doing. The how, the when. You don't need to get into that. You need to let go of the need of controlling every moment. You're already in control. Imagine when you're trying to control, you guys, this is like the best analogy I can give you. Like, when you're trying to control and manipulate everything for it to happen now, well, let me go affirm 1,000 times a day so it can happen right now. So it can happen right now. It needs to happen right now. If it doesn't happen right now, I'm not a great manifester because it didn't happen in 24 hours. That must mean I don't have the power. No. When you try to control and manipulate to get your manifestation, it's the same thing as an owner of a company or like a boss running around like a chicken with their head cut off looking for the supervisor, or they're looking for the owner of the place when they're the owner. That's what it looks like when you're trying to control so much and you're obsessively thinking about the person and you're obsessively flipping thoughts 24/7. Your brain is literally like, does she not do you not know that when you think it, when you put it in, when you even desire it, when you have the feeling of desire, like, I know that you want it. Do you not know that? That's what your brain's literally doing. Like, does she not know she's in control? Because she's like beating a dead horse at this point. with the same thing over and over and over and over again, and she's giving us lack energy. And unfortunately, that lack energy has to manifest. The more repetitively, like, you reactivate that lack, your brain is like, okay, I'm sorry, boss, but I need to push this out because you keep coming back to this lack. And I have to keep pushing out what's dominant within you. So why aren't you dominant? Why aren't you going to a different dominant? Why aren't you going to maybe dominantly staying neutral? Because I can tell you right now, if you dominantly stay neutral and you dominantly focus on not trying to control and manipulate, you'll probably get your manifestation 10 times faster than trying to. Trying. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, comment down below. I got the most and best and most permanent movement, solid movement, when I prioritized not trying. No more techniques, no more content that I already understand. That's what I was doing. Like, I literally stopped. Like, I literally had to sit my butt down when I was going through the journey, and when this was before I was coaching and all that. I really had to sit down and be like, Ani, but you know all of this. You know all of this. Like, it's like you're clowning yourself the more and more and more you're just repetitively learning the same thing. Like, but you need to start applying it. You have to start applying it. It's better if you literally invest, like, and I'm not just saying this because I have courses, you guys. Don't take it the wrong way. But I literally thought to myself, like, it's better for you to, like, maybe, I don't know, invest in yourself and actually do homework. Like, someone tells you to do homework and gives you a routine and you actually apply it, then you're just sitting and listening to the same information over and over and over again through different books and different people, but you not applying it, because application shows your subconscious mind what the next command is. You actually applying the letting go, being neutral, the calming the nervous system down, really just starting to really love yourself. And a lot of people say, how do I love myself? There's so many ways. You keeping your word to yourself, that's number one. How many times have you said you wanted to do something, but you never kept your word? That's the number one way of you prioritizing yourself. You have to understand this as well. Like, you don't just manifest your specific person by just focusing on your specific person. Your specific person starts to prioritize you when you start doing things like keeping your promises to yourself. You know why that works? You know why other people start prioritizing you when you start prioritizing you? It's because your brain starts taking your examples as fact. Your brain sees what you're doing, what you're applying, how you're behaving, how you're following through, and it takes that all in and it says, this is how this person shows up for themselves. So we must reflect others to show up for this person because everyone is her pushed out. That is the law. As above, so below, as within, so without. This is not new information. This is ancient knowledge. Ancient knowledge. Read the Hermetic principles. All these bags these girls are carrying nowadays, they have no idea what it's even named after. Read Hermetic principles. Hermes was a god. A lot of brands, you guys, nowadays, a lot of brands, a lot of logos. They know what's up. They know what's up. They don't just name their brands after a god. They don't just name, they don't just put certain symbols on certain brand names. These come from ancient, not this comes from ancient knowledge. And the owners that are putting these names and brands, the logos and whatever, that depict ancient gods and understandings and all of this, they understand what the game of life is. They understand these principles, they understand these laws, and they want to pay homage to them, maybe. You know, I mean, when you start really becoming a master manifester, you want to include it in a way, in a brand or in a on a logo. Like, you want it to be a part of it because it brought you to it. That knowledge brought you to that success. You understand? So that was just a little sneak peek of stuff that goes on in my head. But it's true, you guys, this knowledge is ancient knowledge. It's not something new. I don't know why they call it new teaching or whatever, modern teaching, whatever. That's BS. Uh, if you do your research, you'll know what I mean. By the way, to the guy that commented about the scribe named Ani, thank you for paying attention, first of all, to my videos. I love you guys for paying to so much like attention and detail to my videos, and then coming back and commenting. One time in a video, I shared that I was actually really into, there was multiple nights that this has happened to me, but when you first understand the power of your mind and you start really seeing the evidence of it, you want to research that shit like crazy. Okay. So I started researching like how old this stuff is, right? And I'm searching, and then I come across the Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I come across it, and it sounds like, okay, what would the Book of the Dead include, right? Probably stuff about death, right? Not really. I was actually shocked where it's really like a booklet. I'm not going to spoil it. If you have time, check it out. It's really not about death. It's about how to live. And I'm in it and I'm like reading it, whatever. And then a thought comes to my head. I wonder who wrote this. Who the hell wrote like Emerald Tablets, the Book of the Dead? Like, who? Okay. And I'm in it and I'm so like, I'm feeling the downloads like crazy, right? And I literally Google and I search. And you know what the scribe's name was? It was my name, Ani. And I was like, if this is not a damn sign. The reason why, like, it was so funny to me, you guys, is I'm literally in there learning about how powerful we are and how these synchronicities and how the universe is magic and miraculous, and it communicates with you, it winks back at you. And when I searched who wrote this, it's like that thought in my head, it's like it didn't even come from me. Like, who wrote this? It was just like, search who wrote this. Search it now. Like, that's how I felt. And I searched it, and when it was the name Ani, I was like, wow, universe really, really winks back at you. Really does. It communicates with you. And if you're calm enough, you will hear it. If you calm it down enough, the confusion, internal confusion, clarity will come. I promise you. And what do I mean by clarity? You'll start understanding what to do and how to act and how to be and what to apply. And you'll start to understand that the trying was never needed. The manipulation was never needed. The battling the current reality and fighting it was never needed. If you guys have questions on, like, if you want to understand deeper, like, on what to do, if you want homework, like a daily homework, my courses, all of them, they have it. They will teach you step by step what to do every day to get it. I don't know if you guys saw, but I shared one of my recent jackpots. It was $12,345. Okay. And that's not the largest jackpot I've won. I've shared larger jackpots with you guys on the channel and on the community posts and the social media posts. But it was so funny because I remember sitting there and I was literally just like, universe, like, I'm so freaking grateful for you. Like, I'm so grateful. And I'm just always at the right place at the right time. You always support me with so much riches and money and abundance, right? I'm thinking this way. And this was before I hit the jackpot. And I had a moment and I was like, I wonder, like, if it heard me now, how would it show me that it heard me? And at that moment, I hit a jackpot. And you know what was funny? 12,345 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's literally consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never hit a jackpot with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my life. And I was just like, all right, you hear me. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. But my point of all of this is, you guys, trust me, I've gone through it. I know. You need to remember who you are. You need to remember, it doesn't matter how bad shit's gone in your reality. It doesn't matter. And I'm telling you this from personal experience, where literally, like, I've gone through, like, really, 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 really hard days on my journey. Really hard. Where I literally thought, like, I'm never gonna get what I want. It's done. I'm never gonna get it. And I had days where I thought, I can't do this. I literally can't do this. I had days where I couldn't even get the pen up to write in my journal, just my thoughts. Like, I just couldn't do it. I felt so numb and so down about life because circumstances were so bad. I couldn't even journal about it. It's gone that bad, literally. But in those moments, you have to gather up the courage and you have to remember who the hell you are. It doesn't matter what's happened, who did it, how bad it was. You have to get your butt back up and remember who the F you are, because the God is literally waiting for you to get up and remember and apply. Start making the promises that you start keeping those promises to yourself. Get up and start putting yourself on the pedestal. If you don't put yourself on a pedestal, either you're never, no one's gonna be on it, or some other person's gonna be on it, which what reflection are you gonna get from that in your 3D? If you know everyone's you pushed out, if you know that your 3D reflects your inner world, you need to ask yourself, what's in my inner world right now? Who's on the top in my inner world? Because that's who's going to be on top out there. And you're going to always have to try to manipulate. You're going to be stuck in that cycle trying to, like, oh my God, but they're so special, but they're so this, but they're so that. And then you're going to start to feel not worthy, No, you need to break the chain now. Please do it for me. Do it and see what I mean. I bet you, me being the gambler that I am, I bet you, I guarantee you, if you do what I say just for the next 2-3 weeks, you don't even have to go crazy. Just small things here and there, small things. Today you put yourself 2% more on the pedestal than usual. Fine. So the next day you put 5% more. You prioritize yourself more than any other topic, than any other person. Okay. Now, when I say all this, you guys prioritize yourself, put yourself on a pedestal. I don't mean it in a cocky way. I mean it like, obviously, you take care of your family and your loved ones and all that. Don't forget about them. But I mean it in a way, like in the most humble way. Like, you just know who you are. You just know that you're so worthy of so much more. Like, you don't have to take any breadcrumbs, any anything like that. Like, you just have to work on your inner world and your mind. And the more you normalize the reality and life you want, the more you normalize it in here, the more normal it is out there and it comes in. Okay. I love you guys. I can't wait to hear great successes from you guys. I need to share the successes that were sent to me recently, so I will. But I just wanted to talk about this. I felt like I had to talk about this. And if it resonated, comment down below, you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Have an amazing weekend until I see you next Friday. Bye.